Were you having a tough time scoring tonight?
Whew. They play very physical defense. I thought we made some threes early, which opened the game up. Our issue was trying to get the ball inside, and we really just couldn't get consistently anything to go down around the rim. I mean, I'm off the top of my head 6 missed layups for sure. And without being able to score around there, it just couldn't open anything up. It's almost like they were kind of allowing us to get in there and miss. And their length around the rim, they kept some bigger lineups on the court, maybe more than we thought, or kept their fives on the court quite a bit. And their fives just bothered us at the rim. We like I said, I'm 6 missed layups off the top of my head. And without being able for those to go down or get to the free throw line, now we're relying on trying to make shots, and that's just something we've never been, great at ourselves.
3-point defense, obviously, been a problem at times this year. They seem to come up with a big one at every key moment.
Yeah.
What were you guys doing defending the three that wasn't working?
Gosh. Yeah. Meeks hasn't made one in a while. He was terrific tonight. Lindsey Drew. It's almost like just the next man up for them. Those 3 guards are electric, and to have those 3 guards, when one maybe isn't making one, even if it's for a stretch, to have another guy and another guy, just those 3 are just tremendous weapons. And I think they showed it tonight, Drew in particular, for him to just dribble down and kind of pull up and make threes like that. Our percentages of him off the dribble this year are below 10%. So for him to kind of step up and make those are just big-time shots by a very big-time player.
You guys are getting points in the second half, getting the lead down to 8, then down to 7 at certain points. Couldn't get beyond that in the second half. What was the biggest reason for just not being able to?
I thought, like Jeff said, they just came down and made some really big shots. I thought like we were just chipping away and trying and working our way back, and we were earning everything we got. And then they just come down and make a talent play. They just come down and make a great play, and you're like, gosh, like we just worked so hard, and they can just come down and make a shot like that. It's impressive. And like I said, Harris is. I said it on the radio for the game. He's a player of the year type player, and when it starts there and then you surround him with the other guys, it's a very, very good perimeter team for sure.
This crowd wanted to explode. It was ready for this game. How frustrating from your perspective is it to not give them that chance?
I know, and we were trying. Like I said, and I'll go back and watch the film. They just, every time we seemed like we were on the verge, somebody stepped up on their team and made a big shot. And you have to give them credit for being able to go on the road and shoot that way and make those kind of big shots. Terrific.
It happens in basketball. Sometimes you just miss shots. Do you think a lot of that just was happening for you tonight? Especially Jaquan, a couple of just in and out. Especially down the stretch.
Yeah.
That was a big part too.
For sure, yeah. Unfortunately, our 2-point percentage offense and defense has plummeted. It's the smallest team I've ever had here. We're trying to continue to have good offensive rhythm and play inside out. But unfortunately, everything around the rim right now is the layups are going in against us and the layups aren't falling for us. And unfortunately, a little bit it's your size. You just don't have quite the same length that some of these other guys do. And we just got to keep practicing and keep working at it.
Coach, there were a couple of plays early in the game. Guys got fired up. I think one of them, Corey, might have flexed or something. And it seemed like you were trying to keep the guys level-headed or maybe not let him show too much emotion. Was that something you had planned coming into the game?
Not really. Nothing we specifically talked about. We've trying to just keep our heads and play more disciplined basketball overall. And I thought tonight we did a little bit of a better job. But at the end of the day, if the layups aren't kind of going in, it's hard. It's hard to kind of get your energy going when you get to the basket and you miss the layup, and then the guy gets the rebound and he missed the layups. It's just is defeating no matter how much you're trying to kind of create that energy. And I think early on, obviously that hadn't quite set in yet, but as the time went on, it was just we were trying and the kids were trying. We just couldn't quite break through.
Was that in response to anything from the last game?
No, like I said, I don't think it was anything specific. We're obviously always working on being a better version of ourselves, but I don't think it was anything direct.
Paul, Jaquan not necessarily lineup, was that basketball related or something else?
I'll leave that between me and him.
Jared, Jeff.
And then, obviously, where's your team at right now? Where do you think they are mentally? And with only a few games left in the season, what can you take from this one and hopefully bounce right back?
Yeah, I felt great about our team. Even I know people had said a lot of things about us when we, some some games got away from us in a stretch and things like that. But every timeout I came into, every huddle we had, every engagement we had, I felt really, really good. The last game at UNLV was the first time I didn't feel great. I felt like, uh-oh, what's going on here? And I think Jeff alluded to it in his post-game presser, asking about where's our confidence at and things like that. And all I'm going to try and do from that game till the end of the season is pump these guys full of as much optimism and enthusiasm I can, because if it is, we've got to stop it, and we've got to get back to believing we still can do something. You know, it's been a crushing couple of months for a lot of different reasons, but all we can do right now is take the hand we have and just play it as best we can.
Last question for Coach.
Paul, I know the basketball game is what you were concentrating on, but there were 12,000 fans here tonight, and the story that a lot of people came to see had to do with the two guys on the other bench. And
Yeah.
I'd be remiss, I think we'd all be remiss if we didn't ask you, what did you think of the reception when they came down that pit ramp? And what did you think about the reception overall to two guys you used to work with and the two predecessors to you as a local basketball coach?
Yeah, I think I said it on the radio pregame show. When I went to New Mexico State for the first time, or even actually since that time, I've got hundreds of friends, faculty members, ex-players, people in the community, and they're your greatest friends. They're your greatest friends right up until the game, and then after the game, they're back to your greatest friends. But in the middle of that game, they'll openly tell me, like, Coach, I love you to death, but you're gonna hear me for the next 2 hours or whatever it happens to be. And I felt that it was probably something similar. I think everyone appreciates Steve and Craig for everything they did here. They had one of the greatest stretches in Lobo basketball. I think I've said it before. They've set the bar incredibly high here for themselves, and now for me, kind of coming afterwards. And I think we should all, appreciate and respect that. But when the ball, goes up, now it becomes, the Lobos. And I think the fans, it seemed to me anyways, that was kind of their attitude as well.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.